I think we are online here. Let's see. Yeah, I think we're good. Alrighty, well, welcome back. We are back again with some more Pokemon Run and Bun. Continuing with our hardcore Nuzlocke attempt. Back after a little bit. Wasn't able to. I'm feeling sick the past few days, so I wasn't really able to stream. But we're picking up where we left off in Seafloor Cavern here. And I really want, the goal for this session is to be able to complete this section of the game. This Team Aqua has been not nice to me. It's both in this section and in the previous one. Many mistakes, many couple unplanned for sacks, and the last fight I almost wiped. So yeah, there's only 3 more fights left. There's one more grunt. There's Admin Shelly, and then there's Archie himself. And thankfully Archie isn't in Aurora Vale, but Admin Shelly is, so we still have to worry about that for the first 2 fights here. And yeah, these are very tough fights, very difficult to plan for, but this first fight I think I have a pretty good game plan. As long as we don't get a Quick Claw proc turn 1, it should be completely riskless. So yeah, I'm ready to just get these fights done. Highly anticipating finally being through with all the evil team fight sections of this game. So why don't we make our way over to the last of the grunts here. Let me see, I think we go this way. Yeah, so we just did this mini gauntlet. So now I think we gotta go this way. Let me make sure I got all my right items equipped here, just in case. Voice Band, Citrus, Vigilite, Assault Vest. Alright. So I think, yeah, we go this way. Oh no, I came back to the start. Okay. I guess this way then. Oh yeah. I gotta do a couple puzzles first. It's let me see. Probably have to go this way. Oh, what happened? Oh. My key got locked there. So I assume you go this way. Yeah. Let's see. Which way are we going here? Gotta solve all these puzzles first. Nope. This this way? This way? Okay, good. This way? No. Where are we going here? This? Okay, there we go. Alright, so the next trainer should be over here. Oh, whew. Okay, yeah, there he is. Alright, so third to last trainer. Go in and save. And triple check all my items here. Cherry berry, choice band, citrus berry, beejalite, assault vest. Triple check the line one last time. I think we're good. Like I said, if this fight can go clean, I'll feel more comfortable in the next couple fights, but yeah. Let's go into this here. Alright, this is Aqua Grunt number 5 for Seafloor Cavern. Alright, so we got the permanent Aurora Veil up that Team Aqua has in Seafloor Cavern. And this Ferrothorn, pretty straightforward. It's got Quick Claw Explosion. It's with Stealth Rocks as well. Thankfully, on the first turn, the AI is never able to go for Explosion, since Stealth Rocks is scored higher. So 98% of the time, it'll go for Stealth Rocks. We really do not want to see it get it set up. Overheat with a Charcoal will one-shot, even in the Aurora Veil. If the Quick Claw doesn't proc, then the rest of the fight should be basically riskless. If it does proc, then there is some risk that we're going to need to dodge. Brightson, what's up, bro? Thanks for popping in the chat. Hope you're having a good day today. This is a ROM hack of Pokemon Emerald called Run&Bun. It's currently considered one of the hardest ROM hacks of any Pokemon game. Alright, so I'm going to click Overheat. Quick Claw, I believe, is 20% chance, so we really... If we don't see that, then we're smooth sailing. Perfect. Alright. We take that, alright. Alright, so Stealth Rocks are not up, so I believe that means the rest of this fight should be pretty much riskless. Alright, so Metagross comes in, and it sees a guaranteed KO with Earthquake. And again, the Aurora Veil is still up, so I'm still can only deal half damage. So I'm going to switch to my Corviknight on the incoming Earthquake, who will take no damage from it. Yep, perfect. Alright, and this Metagross also is holding a weakness policy. So if I hit it with a special attacking move, it'll boost its attack 2 stages. And it's also got agility. so it just wants to be a stat monster. But my Corviknight is slower, so it can't use agility. So it's just going to use its highest damaging move with just Thunder Punch. So I'm going to use this opportunity to defog, to get rid of the Aurora Veil. And I'm holding a Cherry Berry in case the Thunder Punch here paralyzes. So we'll take a decent chunk. We'll defog. The clear body kind of scared me for a little bit there. Whew, man, my heart is racing. Yeah, so yeah, the stat changes don't matter. All that matters is that the Aurora Veil is now off. So now we can deal regular damage. And again, Metagross is just going to go for another Thunder Punch. So that allows me to swap to my Excadrill freely to be immune to this Thunder Punch here. Perfect. And then now we could just simply outspeed and one-shot with a Choice Banded Earthquake. Perfect. Aiden X, what's up in the chat, bro? Thanks for popping in. Hope you're having a good day today. Alright, so next thing that should come in is the Sharpedo. My day's going pretty good so far. Still recovering from being sick, so I'm still a little low energy, but if we can get past these fights that I'm doing here, that'll help me feel a lot better. Alright, so Sharpedo here sees a guaranteed KO with Hydro Pump, and it's also holding a Bright Powder to make your moves 10% less accurate. So I'm just gonna swap directly to my Hydreigon, which basically walls out this this Sharpedo here. Oh, and he misses. Alright, so he's gonna set up Speed Boost, but it doesn't matter because we just simply one-shot with an Aura Sphere. He may protect, he may not, doesn't really matter. Aura Sphere always one-shots. Yeah, so there's a protect. Just gonna delay the inevitable. Alright, there we go. So Hydro Pump, we'll take it pretty well. Alright, so Sharpedo goes down. And the next thing that'll come in... Alright, so this looks like a Toxicroak, but it's not a Toxicroak. It's actually a Zoroark disguised. And it's going to be going for Aura Sphere. So I'm going to swap to my Beedrill, who can take an Aura Sphere very well. Just make sure I have the Beedrill light. Good. So go to Beedrill. Yep, so there's Aura Sphere. Yep, that was even a crit. We eat that. And then now, after Mega Evolving, we can outspeed and simply one-shot with U-Turn, allowing us to KO and get a free switch. So there's the one shot, and we'll see the illusion is broken. And it was a Zoroark. Alright, perfect. Everything's going according to plan. I'm now going to bring out my Hydreigon back again. And this is going to force the real Toxicroak to come in. Yeah, so there's the real Toxicroak. And it's a special attacking Toxic Croak, funnily enough. So it's got Nasty Plot. It's also holding a Focus Sash. And it's got Sludge Wave and Vacuum Wave. So what I'm going to do, he's either going to go for majority of the time Sludge Wave, sometimes Vacuum Wave. Either way doesn't matter. We're going to U-turn to switch and to break the Focus Sash here. Alright, so since we went first, that means it went for Sludge Wave. Perfectly fine, because we're going to swap to my Starmie, who is holding an Assault Vest, to deal reduced damage from special attacks here. Oh, Sludge Bomb. So we'll take it pretty well. Right, we got poisons, but that's accounted for. And then now we can, with the Focus Sash broken, outspeed and one-shot with a Psychic here. As he goes for a Vacuum Wave. So Toxic Growth goes down. Take a bit of poison. This just leaves a Salamence. And at the level cap, my Starmie just barely outspeeds the Salamence by 2 points, and we can one-shot with Ice Beam. Alright, there we go. Finally got a nice clean line done. Alright. Alright, so that feels pretty nice. Alright, so now we just got 2 more fights left. But they're the 2 hardest fights. The 2 admin grunts. Let's see, how the heck do I get out of here? Yeah, I can't use escape rope, can I? See, I can't go this way. I should be able to get out of here. It's not a gauntlet. That's a little annoying. Do I have to go this way? Because this way brought me back. Same. Oh no, this is a. Oh no, this is a different area. What is this? I haven't really explored this area, so I'm not totally sure. I also don't want to run into the next fight by accident. Let me just heal up really quick just in case. But also, if I do run into the next fight unintentionally, I'm definitely definitely clausing that, so. Well, let's try going this way then. Oh no, that's the Shelly. Okay, so we do have to go this way. Okay, that was the way out. Perfect. Alright, so let's go head back and heal up and save. so let's go ahead and take a look at Shelly now. Let's see, I do have what I believe is a risk this line, but it does involve a sack, so yeah, this Team Aqua is definitely out for blood in my box. Way worse than Team Magma, funnily. And most people say Team Magma is the harder of the two. But that hasn't been the case in my experience. Most of that's just been on me, though. Just the poor planning. Alright, but so, let's see. For this fight, still an Aurora Veil. So still gotta worry about that. Let's see, we're keeping Corviknight. Let's see, we're gonna need keeping Hydreigon. We need Gliscor. Who else do we need? We need... we need Golisopod. Let's see, we need... Nidoqueen. We need Sneasler. Alright. And then for items... let's see, we're gonna need... Citrus Berry still for Hydreigon. We need the Choice Band on Sneasler. Let me triple check that. Yeah. Let me see. Alright, here. I need to use her bathroom real quick. I'll be right back. Hey, what's up, Andrew? Good to see you again. Thanks for popping back in. How have things been? How's your... hoping your day's going alright so far? voice bands were given to Sneasler. Not that good. I'm sorry to hear that. Has it been... Why has it been not good for you? Oh yeah, I feel that. I was just sick the past few days also. I'm just now starting to feel better, but I'm still kind of a little low energy too. I think there's just been a cold going around. You got like a cold too, or you got like a flu or something? Choice scarf on Corvin Knights. We need citrus on Golisopod. And we need a Roat Berry. Oh dang, yeah, that sounds like a pretty bad flu. I'm sorry to hear that. Sorry that you're going through that. That's never fun. Alright. That's good to hear. Yeah, I hate being nauseous in any type of way. It's always the worst feeling. Alright, so I need to figure out the HP range for the Golisopod here for the double emergency exit. And I do need to level him up to the level cap to make sure he lives some crit rolls. So let's go ahead and do that. Alright, update that in the calc here. So let's see, for level 89, Golisopod is level max HP is 251. So I need to be less than 125 and greater than 125 HP. So starting HP has to be more than 125. Mineral Surf from Tapu Fini does 42. do x minus 42 has to be less than 125. Let's see. Citrus berry will heal 62. So we also need to make sure crit would bring us back. Max roll surf crit does 74. So x minus 74 plus 62 is greater than 125. Okay, that works. Alright, and then x minus 42 plus 62 minus min roll of Icicle Crash from Darmanitan is 90. Has to be less than 125. Okay. Alright, so it looks like for the overlap here, it'll work at less than 167 HP. And just triple check, make sure that I'm doing that correctly with the Golisopod emergency exit bug. So I can pre-damage Golisopod to 167 HP. Or 166. So let's do that here. Damage 166. Cool. So that should guarantee to get 2 emergency exits. We do need to dodge double max roll crit, unfortunately, for Golisopod to survive here. But at this point, I'm willing to risk that. It's very unlikely, but if it does, then it's just GG, I guess. But as long as we end up above 159 HP after the citrus berry proc, then we should be perfectly fine. Alright, so I think this is all we need here. Let me just triple check that I'm not missing anything. And then I need a slightly pre-damage Hydreigon to 254 HP. So as to prevent Swords Dance from Hawlucha. Alright, so... Pre-damage... to... 254. Yeah, just very slightly. And I think that's the only pre-damage I need. Oh yeah, I could also pre-damage Gliscor very slightly as well, to guarantee no Mean Look or Destiny Bond on a switch. I think that was 258 HP. Just 2 HP off. Might as well just to be thorough. Alright, cool. And this should be all that I need here. Yeah, this is a very tough fight. Like I said, not able to have a intentional sacrifice here. A lot of people have taken many weeks trying to prep for this particular fight, but I think we have a pretty consistent riskless line, I'm pretty sure. So as long as I didn't overlook another little thing in the prepping here, we should be fine. Yeah. I think we're good. Let's go ahead and head over. Only 2 more fights, and then we'll be officially done with all the Evil Team sections, and we can start heading towards the final gym. I can't believe I've gone a run this far. It's... But every single fight, because I've invested so many months into this attempt already, every fight is like super nerve-wracking, because it's just like, you know, one little slip up and like it could all just go downhill. But we'll be fine. Alright, so let's head over to fight Shelly now. This way. Go this way. Go this way. Go back here. Go here. Oh, nope, not that way. This way. And then this way. Alright, here we go. And Shelly should just be up ahead over here. Yep. Alright. Let me go in and save. And let me triple check my items. Choice band, 166. Citrus berry, slightly pre-damaged. No item, slightly pre-damaged. Roa berry. Just double checking that Roa berry is the correct of the berries. Hit by a special move, yes. Only get a limited amount of these, but we're coming towards the end, so pretty suitable. And then let me just triple check my calcs one last time. I think we're good. There is a very low risk chance that Galissapod can get KO'd. But it would need to be double maxwell crit. So very unlikely. If that doesn't happen, then this line should be pretty much riskless. Not deathless, but for sure riskless. Oh yeah, oh yeah, I have the sheet updated there. Alright, yeah, I think we're good. Let's go in and do this here. Whew. Alright. Let's go, Shelly, round 2. Alright. Aqua Admin Shelly. So, she leads a Tapu Fini, who's going to set up Misty Surge for the whole fight, which basically prevents status and boosts Fairy type damage while also reducing Dragon type damage. And again, just like it showed, Aurora Veil is also still up for this fight. So the first thing I'm going to do, very simply, this Tapu Fini does have Taunt. So if it sees that it's faster, and you have defog, it's going to use it. However, to prevent that, I gave my Corviknight a choice Scarf to simply outspeed and be able to defog without worrying about taunt. So because I am faster, it still could possibly go for taunt, but more likely it will just attack with Surf. So we're going to go for defog to get rid of the Aurora Veil here. We should most likely see a Surf Oh, Nature's Madness. I could also do that too. Is that fine? I think that's fine. Is that fine? Let me see. No, that is not fine because I need top affinity to use a surf. But that's fine. I can just defog again. And then I'd be in killing range of Surf and never Moonblast, so... it should go for Nature's Madness again, since Surf does less than half. Let me just triple check that. Yeah, that's not in the dock, but I should defog, just go for defog again and let it use Nature's Madness, so that way it'll guarantee Surf on the next turn. Oh, I went for a Surf there. That's not good. Oh no! Oh! Are you serious? No. Why did it go for Surf there? Oh man, that is so bad. Corviknight is such a huge loss. Why did it go for Surf? It was less damage. Nature's Madness would have done... Oh, I guess it would have... Oh, I'm so stupid. Oh no, of course it... Yeah, because Nature's Madness was only done... It was already in range of Surf. I'm stupid. Okay, well, that's really bad, because... Corviknight is a big loss, but... I mean, I think the line is still fine, but... Yeah, that's a really bad loss. Alright, so... the goal was to surf onto a Gliscopod so I could emergency exit into... Sneasel here. Choice Bandit's Poison Jab just simply one-shots. And this should always bring in Slowbro. And this is Mega Slowbro. And it sees a guaranteed KO with Psychic, so we're just going to swap to Hydreigon. Gosh, that was so freaking stupid on my part. Yeah, so Slowbro here, it's got Slack Off and Calm Mind, but we can just two-shot with Dark Pulses here. Go for Surf, won't deal too much. Another crit, nice. I'll just go for another Dark Pulse. We're getting a lot of crits here. Alright, Hawlucha comes in. It's got Misty Seed, so it's gonna raise its Spadef and proc its Unburden ability. Let's see, I should still only be in range of close combat, even with the crit there. Yeah, so Holotree is always going to go for close combat KO here. So we're just going to 1v1 this with my Y-Score, who can just take it on straight up, even with boosted acrobatics. So we will take a close combat here. Now it's gonna go for acrobatics as we KO with an acrobatics, and we'll always live a crit, no matter what. So we'll go for the trade on the acros. Alright. So Hawlucha goes down. This should always bring in Gengar. And Gengar here should see a guaranteed KO with Sludge Shadow Ball. It's also got a Focus Sash, and it's got Destiny Bond with Mean Look. A very annoying combination of moves. At this point, I'm simply going to go to my Nidoqueen and going to use it as a sacrifice. It's holding a Roat Berry, so that when it gets hit with the Shadow Ball, it'll deal some chip damage to the Gengar, breaking its Focus Sash. So we'll do that here. So there's a Shadow Ball. Throw up that Roat Berry is going to proc. We'll do some chip, and now we're just going to let Nidoqueen get sacked here so we can get a free switch. That way I don't have to worry about any crits or anything. We can just now bring Sneasler back in. And we can now, with the Focus Sash broken, one-shot with a knockoff. Alright, so now this is just gonna bait down the line, so we should see Darmanitan, Galarian, Choice Banded Gorilla Tactics, Icicle Crash, crazy damage. And I'm holding a Choice Band too, so right now I'm locked into Knockoff, which is not going to KO this Darmanitan, so now I can simply go back to Golisopod. This is where I would have had my second emergency exit, but it'll count as our first here, and I believe, let's see, max roll crit at this range, we're still perfectly safe, I believe. Yeah, max roll, Icicle Crash, crit does 159. Yeah, so never will be dead to crit. This will always proc our emergency exit. So we get our emergency exit. And then we can just bring Sneasler right back in. Now we're not locked into knockoff anymore, and now we can lock ourselves into close combat to sweep. So Darmanitan goes down. This just leaves Kyurem, which surprisingly is the least threatening mon on this team. And again, it just simply gets one shot by close combat. Okay, alright, well, we made it through, but Corviknight death is really bad. Corviknight is a really good mon. That definitely hurts a lot. Yeah. Thankfully, I don't need Corviknight for the Maxi fight, but Corviknight has been super useful for a bunch of fights. And just being a really nice tank with Defog, Roost, and Feather Dance and all that, but... Man, that was... Like I said, I don't know why, but... All of my most dumb mistakes have been coming out from Team Aqua. Alright, well let's get this over with. Let's get ready for Maxi here. I do gotta get ready for work soon. Corviknight was also my best mon for catching wild Pokemon, so that also really sucks. But that was definitely all my bad. I completely brain farted on how Nature's Madness worked there. I knew that's how it works. I just my only fear was if I swapped Golisopod on a Nature's Madness, then I would be in range of being dead to Ice Cold Crash from the Darmanitan. But after the first Nature's Madness, I should have known that the next one only deals 25%. So Surf was always guaranteed there. It was more than half. More than a quarter damage dealt, so... Yeah, that's a really bad death there. I'm sorry, Disturbed. You were a huge clutch factor throughout so many fights. That death's gonna hurt. Yeah. We do, after this fight, get access to some new steel types, though, so that could outweigh it a little bit. But, yeah. Losing my Feather Dance user really sucks there. Alright, so let's get ready for Maxi here. And Maxi is also going to have another sack, unfortunately. So let me set that up here. Also, that crit on my Corviknight wasn't a guaranteed crit. It was like, I think, 2/3 of the crit rolls that were KO rolls, so pretty unlucky there. Yeah, but it is what it is. Okay, so let me update the stats here. You're now at 20 deaths. And then thankfully for the Maxi fight, it's no longer in Aurora Vale. But it is permanent rain because of the Kyogre lead. So there is that. So for this team, I also do need to use a Heart Scale on my Beedrill to max its attack stat to guarantee KOs here. So let's see, for this fight, we need Beedrill, Hydreigon, Golisopod, Caracosta. Trek the Happy Turtle, what's up, bro? Thanks for popping in the chat. Hope you're having a good day today. Unfortunately, no Meowths. I would have loved a Galarian Meowth. Was it Berserker? Berserker's pretty good in this game. Alright, so let's see, for this, let's gather our guys here for the last last evil team fight boss in this game. Get our revenge for losing Corviknight. We need Electrode. We need what else do we need? We need Barraskewda. And we need Caracosta. And then, so like I said, we need to first level up Barraskewda to the level cap. We need another citrus berry for Golisopod. We need Choice Scarf for Electrode. And we need the Choice Band on Barraskewda. And we need a Citrus for Hydreigon, I believe. Yeah. Let me just triple check my calcs one last time here, how this is gonna work. let's see. We're also gonna level up. We're gonna level up Caracasa to the level cap as well. And maximize, use a heart scale to maximize Beedrill's attack IV. And we need to delete all the moves on Caracasa except for Protect. I'm gonna speed this up a little bit. Forget Stone Edge. And forget Aqua Jet. And we're gonna freeze him. And give him a Citrus Berry. Alright. And then I do need a pre-damage Galissapod for the double emergency exit. So let me figure that out really quick here. So the first hit would be Ice Beam from Kyogre, which is also 42 minimum. Already have that in here. The second hit will be Earthquake from Swampert, Mega Swampert, which minimum is 53. And then max roll crit would be the same. I would think so. Let me just triple check. Max roll crit Ice Beam is 75 instead of 74. Okay, cool. So yeah, so this will be always guaranteed. I just got a pre-damage to 157. So let's do that really quick. Alright, cool. Looks right to me. And then before the fight starts, I need to pre-toxic both my Beedrill and Barraskewda to prevent paralysis from the Zapdos. But I think this should work. I feel a bit of a fire underneath me for that Corviknight death. Want to get my payback here. And then if I have enough time, if things go smoothly with Maxie and we beat him, we could try to do a couple of encounters before I have to end stream for today. So let's just quickly head on over here. this way. This way. Go this way. Here. 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 Okay, cool. So Shelly was just in here. So I need to make sure I step in without taking toxic damage. So I'm gonna save now. And pre-toxic. And then slowly walk my way. And heal up in between if I have to. But let's pre-toxic. Let's see. Cathedral, first slot. And Barracuda, fourth slot. Alright, cool. And this should be everything we need. Citrus, Choice Band. Citrus Berry, Frozen. Choice Scarf. And then, oh yeah, I forgot. I do need a pre-damage Electrode as well. Good thing I caught that. That would have been bad if I didn't. I need a pre-damage pretty low. Electro needs to be pre-damaged to 63 HP. Yeah. That's gonna seem pretty low, but I'm gonna need it for the correct baiting at the very end of the fight. Triple check. Citrus, Choice Scarf, 63, 157. Alright, good. Alright, let's take Archie down here. I'm sick and tired of Team Aqua. Oh, there's another... one last little puzzle here. I'm smart. First try. Alright. Making sure we're at full health here. Let's see, we've got Berry Gem, cool. And Archie should be just down here. And some more. I'm doing this because I don't know what tile starts the Archie fight. I don't know if you can just walk up to him or not. Alright, I think he's just down here. Alright. Alright, one more time. It's... Alright, let's play up here. And this should start the fight. There we go. Alright, go ahead, Kyogre. He's got the actual correct colored orb. Alright. Let's do this. Alright. So this is the final fight with Archie here. Obviously he has this Kyogre lead, which sets up Rain permanently for the whole fight that you can't get rid of. Destroyer, what's up in the chat, bro? Thanks for popping in. Alright, so this fight is going to be basically a huge round robin between my Beedrill and my Barraskewda. So, first thing I'm going to do, I had to use a Heart Scale to max out my Beedrill's attack stat so that Mega Beedrill can always two-shot this Kyogre with U-turn. So I'm going to U-turn first, and Kyogre is going to go for either Origin Pulse or Surf for the first turn. So we're going to U-turn, and we'll be faster. This will deal half. And we're going to U-turn to Hydreigon, which is going to take either Water-type attack. So there's an Origin Pulse. We have a Citrus Berry in case of crits or high rolls. Alright, and now Kyogre sees highest damage on my Hydreigon with Ice Beam. So I'm going to use that to get my first emergency exit into Golisopod here. Yes, perfect. So there's Ice Beam. This will bring us below half. Citrus brings us back above half. And we emergency exit. This allows us to go right back to Beedrill. Take a bit of Toxic, and another U-turn will guarantee KO and get us a free switch. So Kyogre goes down, and we're going to U-turn into Barraskewda, who should be holding Choice Bands, and is level 89. Perfect. Just checking. And this should always bring in Hisuian, what's its face? It's Overquill. And this thing is a huge demon because it's got Swift Swim with Swords Dance, Waterfall boosted from the rain, crazy fast, crazy damage. And Barraskewda is the only thing that outspeeds this thing because it also has Swift Swim. So with a Choice Band, Flip Turn is going to deal a lot of damage because of the rain. So Flip Turn will also two-shot this thing. And I am faster. It's going to go for either Throat Chop or Gunk Shot. So we'll Flip Turn to deal half. And we're going to Flip Turn to Caracosta on whatever move it goes for. So there's a Gunk Shot. This won't deal too much. And the reason why we are frozen here, and I deleted all the moves on Carracosta, is because in this game, because Overcool has a setup move and Sword Stance, if the AI doesn't see a KO, and it sees that you're incapacitated, either by frozen, sleep, or loafing around, it's gonna boost the score of going for a setup move. So right now, since it doesn't see a KO on my Carracosta, it's gonna always go for Sword Stance here rather than attack, because it sees that I can't do any damage to it. What this allows me to do is to get a free switch, since it's only gonna go for Sword Stance, and get Barraskewda back in. Perfect. So there's a Sword Stance, but again, doesn't matter, because my Barraskewda still outspeeds it. And another flip turn will take it out. And we're gonna flip turn back into Beedrill here. And this should always bring in Zapdos. Perfect. Alright, and Zapdos here sees a KO with either Hurricane or Thunder. It's also got an Iapapa Berry with Roost, so we need to do a specific amount of damage to it to KO without proccing the Iapapa. It's also got Static. That's why both my Beedrill and my Barraskewda are toxic, so that I can't get paralyzed from the Static. So again, I'm gonna go for a U-turn, deal some chip. Oh, nice crit. Alright, and unfortunately, I'm gonna have to sack my Carracosta here so I can get a free switch to my Barraskewda. This does down me a Protect Mon, but you gotta do what you gotta do at this point in the game. Yep, so there's Thunder. Carracosta goes down. See ya, buddy. Appreciate your sacrifice. I'm shivering. Alright, and this allows us to go back into Barraskewda without taking damage. And now we can outspeed and one-shot always with a Liquidation. We're not going to flip turn here. We're going to Liquidation to ensure this KOs and the baiting is correct here. So Zapdos goes down. This should always bring in Superior. Perfect. And this is a contrary Superior with Leaf Storm. And it's got Glare and Leech Seed, all that jazz. Right now it sees a guaranteed KO with Leaf Storm, so it's always going to go for that. To also set up a special attack. We're going to swap directly to Beedrill, which can tank a Leaf Storm very well. Yep, we eat that. Special attack raises. Perfectly fine, though. And again, because of the heart scale I used on Beedrill, this U-turn is a guaranteed one-shot now. And we can OHKO and get another free switch. And then we're gonna, again, bring Barraskewda back in. It should always bring out Swampert. Perfect. And this is a Mega Swampert, which is going to Mega Evolve and has Swift Swim, which is really fast, even faster than most things also in my party. But even in Swift Swim, my Barraskewda still outspeeds, which allows me to get another Choice Banded Flip Turn as it's going to Mega Evolve. And it's going to always go for Earthquake for the KO here. So we Flip Turn. Now, from here, since it's going to go for Earthquake, I'm going to go into Golisopod to get my second emergency exit, to get another free switch in here. Yep, so there's Earthquake. We eat that. We get our emergency exit. And now, I technically could have gone back to Barraskewda here. However, even a Choice Banded Liquidation into Liquidation into Flip Turn wasn't a guaranteed one-shot because I would have to use another Heart Scale. So instead, I'm going to go to my Hisuian Electrode. And even my Hisuian Electrode, who is, when I caught it, 31 Speed IV with a Naive Nature, literally max speed, still is slower than this Swampert and Swift Swim. So I just gave it a Choice Scarf, which does allow us to outspeed, and we can just one-shot with Energy Ball. Alright, so Swampert goes down. And this just leaves an Aegislash. Alright, and the reason why my Electrode is pre-damaged this low is because it's so that Aegislash in shield form always sees a KO on my Electrode here with Shadow Ball. So it won't go for Atomize to boost its speed, since it sees a guaranteed KO. So I'm going to swap to my Hydreigon, who can take the Shadow Ball very well here. So there's a stance change. It's going to Shadow Ball. Perfect. Spit F drop perfectly fine. Because now, because it has Atomize, the scoring for that is higher than King Shield would be. So it's not going to protect. It's going to want to increase its speed because it sees that I'm faster. But in its sword form, we simply outspeed in one shot with a Dark Pulse. Woo! Let's go! And that's the end of Team Aqua, Seafloor Cavern. Oh my gosh. Oh, we're finally done. Feels really good. Finally to be done with this. A lot of very unfortunate deaths in this section, but we made it out. Alright. Alright, so we're gonna probably see the cutscene here. This is the start of erratic weather. Oh, man. Other than the unfortunate Corviknight death, I'm really glad to be able to make it this far. Again, we still have a lot of the things that we need to make this a winning attempt, so. Alright, so let me save. And let's go back and heal really quick. Oh yeah, we're gonna have to see the cutscene here. Kyogre and Groudon facing off. Alright, can I just... Okay, yeah. Alright, I'm not gonna deal with that right now. It's because I need to get ready for work. So let me just... say goodbye to another fallen comrade here. In Caracosta. And with that, we are now up to 21 death in total. Alrighty, well, had quite a few viewers pop into here, which I really appreciated. But I'm gonna go ahead and end things there. But anyone who tuned in to watch, really appreciate you guys. If you'd like to continue watching this attempt, feel free to like or subscribe if you want to continue seeing my progress. But if not, I hope everyone has a great rest of their day, and I will see everyone in my next stream.